Okay, a lot of you want to know, what are the conditions for the illegals at Gitmo? I know it keeps you up at night. Well, we have an exclusive look inside one of those facilities. All right, we're rolling. We're on our way to the MOC, which is the Migrant Operations Center. There are about 50 beds there. They hold illegal aliens, not the highest value detainees, but nevertheless, they're processed there, and they're there. They're held there, ideally for, not a long period of time, and then they're processed out of the country. But 50 beds, we got millions of illegal immigrants. But this, again, this is a one part of a multi-part operation across all of government to support President Trump's mission to enforce our borders, protect our sovereignty, and send a message to anyone thinking they're going to come to the United States illegally. You might end up here in Guantanamo Bay, and then you're going to go home. These are some of the types of facilities where they're held. You see 2, 4, 6, 7 here. Refrigerator, bathroom, t-shirt and kind of the standard issue clothing. Very well air conditioned. Much better air conditioning here than in some of the official buildings that the soldiers are in. But it's kind of standard issue. And then the same thing here. There are 2, 4, 6, 8 here. Refrigerator, air conditioning, bathroom, maybe a little, handicap outfitted here. But the thing to understand about this is that while DOD, moves the migrants in, the control of this facility is done by ICE and DHS. So ICE and DHS have the control, and yet DOD, most of this comes out of their budget. So it's kind of an interesting interplay among the agencies. It's actually cold here, so let's keep going. There's another part of Gitmo that we were not allowed access to, we couldn't go into with Secretary Hegseth, and it's called the windward side. Now, this is where they're housing the high-threat illegals and the 9/11 co-conspirators like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. So what'd you see over there?
Well, people forget this is a active naval station and a really robust one. So got to see a DDG, a destroyer, the whole crew. They were recently over in the Red Sea, dealing with the operations, active operations over there. Got to meet that whole crew. So that's something to remember. Then we went back to the detention facility where the illegal aliens are. It's an incredibly professional operation. It's as I remember it when I was here. But I think the message is clear. If you break the law, if you are a criminal, you can find your way at Guantanamo Bay. You don't want to be at Guantanamo Bay, which is where we housed Al-Qaeda after 9/11. They're professionals. They do their job. It's not easy. Not easy time. It's a maximum security prison.
Did you talk to any of the detainees or see any of them?
Saw them. We didn't talk to them or interact with them, but we saw them, saw their living conditions.
And what do they look like?
It's austere, it's basic, but it's every basic amenity that you could need is provided. Medical checks, dental checks, healthcare checks, welfare checks, recreational opportunities. But again, it's austere and it's basic because it should be. You broke our laws. If you may temporarily have to go to Gitmo, and then you're going home. An
ACLU group is saying that the confinement there is tantamount to solitary confinement, which is against the UN rules on how you have to house people like this, because they only get 2 hours of outside time, outside of their cells. What do you say to that?
I say bull to the ACLU. I know what their agenda is. They want to make the America look bad. They want to make our Commander-in-Chief, President Trump, look bad. These are top-notch, top-tier facilities run by professionals where they bend over backwards to make sure that medical, dental, healthcare, food, religious accommodations, language accommodations all exist. No, you're not going to have universal freedom at Guantanamo Bay. It's a prison, but they get all the time that they need as a temporary place to send them home. This is about temporarily holding high-profile, high-threat individuals who then we send home.
Now, what about the 9/11 detainees? Did you get a chance to head over there?
Saw them all.
Did you see Khalid Sheikh Mohammed?
Saw Khalid Sheikh Mohammed.
How's he looking?
I don't really care, but he's fine. and I hope he finds justice soon. And it's one of the rare things I agree with my predecessor on, Lloyd Austin, that he deserves the death penalty. And I hope he finds it soon through that system. But we saw them. They're consolidated in Camp 5, and they've been there a long time, so the conditions are different, and they're certainly taken care of.
Well, after spending the day with Secretary Hegseth and his phenomenal staff and all the troops here at Guantanamo Bay, we learned a lot. We learned what the media want you to believe about how America is and how we treat the illegal aliens on their way out of the country. And we learned about the humanity of the troops here and their service, their absolute loyalty to the mission and to American sovereignty. We hope you learned as much as we did.